I'm by no means a stupid man, but I've done some incredibly stupid things. It's story time. I was in the military. I was in the U.S. Army. Went down to basic training in Fort Sill, Oklahoma. As part of your uniform, you get a gas mask. And in the military, they're constantly drilling you to get that mask on in case of any chemical warfare. You gotta get that thing on in like 8 seconds. They put you in a room, they gas you at some point. Mine was always broke, my canister was broken, and they didn't have any extras, because that was assigned to me. So I ended up having to use another mask from another soldier. Now let me tell you something. CS gas is no joke. I mean, when that stuff hits you, it's like every orifice and your body is just leaking. Like your nose is running, your eyes are tearing, you're drooling. There's literally snot dripping from your nose all the way down to your knees. You start gagging and hacking, you're flapping your arms, you know, because they tell you to flap your arms because the gas is thick. It's like a powder in the air and it sticks to your skin and it stings. So you gotta sit there and flap it and get it off. And it's Oklahoma, right? Dead in the middle of summer, so it's like 110 degrees outside. So you're baking and you're sweating and the CS gas is getting to your skin and you're, oh man, it's horrible. And I had to wait at the very, very end and watch like a good 100 or so guys going ahead of me. And I'm witnessing this. And then finally some guy gives me his gas mask to use. And there's like spit and snot in there and it's all gross and I'm wiping the thing out, you know, as best as I can. Put it on, you know, because it's soon to be my turn to go into the, you know, the gas chamber. So I get in there, we're lining up. The place is just thick of this smoke. When I initially put the mask on, the CS gas from around the lining was still there and it was already tingling my face. And I walk in, I can just start feeling it already tingling my hands and I'm like freaking out, like what is this gonna do to me? How is this gonna feel? Because when you go in the room, you gotta line up and you're watching all these guys just freak out in front of you. They're taking off their masks and they're just hacking and coughing and, you know, oh man, it's like, it's painful to watch and it just freaks you out because you know you're gonna be next. Bro, y'all take off your mask and you gotta say your name, your rank, social security number. Alright, because they want you to get that stuff all inhaled. If you didn't inhale any of the CS gas, they would literally just jab you right in the abdomen, so you're like, and a couple guys had to do that because they thought they could be like, you know, like start saying their name and stuff like that while not breathing. Boom, they'll get them, and then they start freaking out. You know, it's horrible. It's a horrible, horrible thing. One guy took off his mask and he started doing that, and he tried running out of the room, and the drill sergeant literally clotheslined the guy, fell on the ground, squirming and kicking like he's like having a seizure on the ground, and they literally took his foot and just dragged it right out of the room. It's my turn to take off the mask. I finally take it off. The guy next to me doesn't even feel anything. I guess like a certain amount of the population are like is completely immune to this guy. So this guy's feeling nothing. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm good. And all of a sudden, boom, that's when it hit me. Eyes watering, snot's running down my nose. I can't even remember how I got out of there. I just remember trying to say my name, and that's all that was coming out. And just everything was running right out of my, right out of my nose. So I finally, my next memory is just being outside already, just flapping my arms, getting all that stuff up, coughing, snot's just running out of my nose. I'm getting it all cleared out. Mind you, here's a key element. This entire time, I had to pee. So I was afraid to God that I was just gonna wet my pants this whole time. So finally, I'm flapping my wings, I get it all off, and when I'm done, I'm like, drill sergeant, permission to go to the bathroom, drill sergeant, and then they gave me permission. So I went and trotted off to the latrine. So as I'm peeing, I get this, I'm just finally this relaxation feeling, and then all of a sudden I get this burning feeling. I still had the CS gas on my hands. I'm touching my right? It's 110 degrees outside. I'm wearing full uniform. It's kind of sweaty down there. Something else started tingling and burning. Imagine this. You got 100 of some guys starting to line up for formation. There's Cannon in the latrine trying to finish up, going to the bathroom. And all of a sudden you see this private screaming in the distance. Ah! 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 Just screaming. Running out of the latrine with his canteen, and this is me now. I ripped off the canteen. You have this cover, and it's like you snap it down. I ripped it right out of the buns, opened it up, and I don't know if you can even see how I'm doing this, but I'm dumping the water like this, screaming the whole time on my, you know, my dangler bits. Everybody's rolling. They totally broke formation, totally broke everything. The drill sergeants are laughing, the soldiers are laughing. Oh my God, I didn't hear the end of that for weeks, man. I set that business on fire, dude. It was no joke. And if you ever are gonna be in like any type of like chemical gas where they're throwing CS gas around you, you know, keep your hands off your privates, because that, that's no fun. Like I said, I'm not a stupid man. But man, that was stupid as hell.